Hello everyone, welcome back to Complete and Total Random. Today we're going to be playing one of my favorite tanks in game, the Churchill AVRE Petard. Now, you might be wondering what makes this tank unique compared to the other Churchills in game, and that's its main armament. It has a 230mm spigot mortar, which you can see sticking out the front here. It's quite a unique vehicle actually. It was designed by the British Royal Engineers. It's one of Hobart's funnies, one of the many special purpose Churchills that were developed. And the idea of it is that it would act almost like a personnel carrier for Royal Engineers, as well as giving them the ability to essentially just lob a shaped charge, at a target and detonate it, as opposed to attempting to get out of the tank to place large charges on things. Now, this tank in real life had a quite unique reloading mechanism, because as you can see, it's actually just a mortar with no proper breach. It's just propelled by a little spigot inside of the mortar that sticks into it. You can see this round here. There's a little bar that essentially goes into the back of that mortar, and then that, from what I understand, it just releases a propellant force. I don't know what the force is that's used for it in real life. I haven't really been able to find much information on it, but it uses that to just lob these shells as a high explosive round and just demolish buildings, bridges, whatever the Royal Engineers needed to remove. It's also because of this, had quite a weird reloading mechanism. So as you can see on the tank, you can see that there's a weird spring right here, and that's because this was designed as basically a brake action. This little hatch right here would be slid forward by the driver. The turret will be rotated to it. It would be pushed and turned upwards, so the barrel would face upwards, and then reloaded by the guy sticking a large explosive and his hand out of the front of the tank, out of the top of the front of the tank, into the barrel, and then closing it back up. Not the most practical thing in the world, but I mean, if it works, it works. But it does make the tank quite unique as well, because due to its firing mechanism, it actually is very low velocity. It is the lowest velocity shell in game, from what I understand. Things like the Matilda Hedgehog's shells might be slower. I'm not quite sure what their speed is. I don't know if it even says how fast they are, but essentially it's got an arc that means that it can only fire at about 140 meters, making this tank essentially a melee tank, is the best way to describe it. But yeah, now let's get into some gameplay. I just find it so ridiculous that it can only fire up to 140 meters, which might sound like a lot, but once we get into a match, you guys will be able to see just how short of a range that is. In fact, if we can get into a match, what's going on here? Okay. Usually it's a lot faster for this BR to get into matches. I'm surprised it took so long. Now, the biggest downside of this tank, as you'll soon see, is how close you need to get to the enemy. Now, because it's such a big shell, and because it's got the equivalent of 17 kilograms of TNT, it will just one-shot whatever you hit and just crush them and overpressure them. Kind of like things like the KV2, which I still have yet to do a video on. But as you can see, the range on this tank is just ridiculous. I just find it so funny. And I'm just gonna slowly zoom down here. If I was just to do this, you can see I fire it, and that is my maximum effective range. Oops, Stuart. What are you doing, Stuart? Usually I'll set the gun around like 20 or 30 meters just so it's kind of easier to hit, oh goodness, hit targets. Everyone's quite pushy this match. How many people are in it? Yeah, a few. So, as you can see, I can't even if an enemy was to pop out right in front of me there, I wouldn't even be able to hit them because this gun's so slow. Or the shell's so slow. But it does have the advantage of having Churchill 4 Churchill 4 armor at 2.7, which doesn't seem like it's much more, but if you angle it, it's quite a lot better than things like the Matilda and other vehicles. Like, it's much better than the Matilda and even better than the B1 Tur, which are some of my favorite tanks at these VRs. I wonder if I can just... Nope. I missed. Let me just... trundle up. I need to get close so I can hit him with my stick. Oof. 100 meters. Barely in my range. It is quite fun though, because you can get into scenarios where you can basically just arc your shells over walls and stuff and hit targets behind it, because it's such a heavy arc. It's probably the easiest tank in game to do that with. 40. Boop. Oh no, I missed. You can see how this gun is to hit things with. And it's also got a 22-second reload. And he's dead. Let me just bait the shot. Hello. No, come back here. My aim is terrible today. I'm gonna range find at this distance because honestly it helps. Doesn't help how inaccurate these can be, but like this guy, what is that? Say like 70 meters. Can I hit him? No. Oh, he was a little bit too far forward. You can see how you can just arc shots. I'm gonna go say hello. Hi, buddy. Oh, the minimum point blank of this gun is like 10 meters. It's ridiculous. 10, 20 meters. It's ridiculous. But you can see how it just crushes the... Oh my goodness, they're taking the A point. Oh, where are you getting shot from? No, I'll save you. Haha. And then I find this tank is just really fun because its armor's ridiculous. It's super cheap because nobody knows how to play it. Hi, buddy. Oh no, you can pen me. Oh no. No, 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 no. Thankfully, you don't necessarily need to hit the target to take them out with this. Sometimes if you just hit close enough, your shrapnel will go through. Hi, M3 Lee. Coming to say hello. But don't worry about me. Nope. Now, angling in this tank it makes it basically immortal. If you ever see this tank, you can just don't aim for the gun, aim for the actual shell in the barrel, and you can cause the shell to detonate in the barrel. Oh, I love this thing. It's just so ridiculous. A lot of Hobart's funnies are quite interesting vehicles. This is probably my favorite out of them. He designed a lot of the more interesting tanks, like different bridge layers and all that, and basically, and other ways of like crossing trenches and all that. Like, if you ever see pictures of what is a Churchill with basically a giant like stack of sticks on the back. Come on. Oh, I need repairs. Come on, dude. You got it. Oop, everybody's pushy today. Oh well. Yeah, so that was designed. Let's guess. Oh, that didn't even explode. I just got a ghost shell. That's crazy. Waiting on my reload. Hey, Stug. Hey, Stug. As you can see, I only hit his track, but that's enough to just eviscerate the tank. Well, I'm not too into half bad this game. I mean, it is 2.7, so it's not really a hard VR, but there's a lot of new players, which is why I don't play this thing often. I don't really enjoy Seal Clubbing that much. But yeah, things like those stacks of sticks were, if you see images of it, were used to like, basically they would back up to a trench, drop in a trench and cross the trench. They also had like Churchills that would be used to lay bridges and other quite interesting vehicles like that. And yeah, this is one of them, one of Hobart's funnies. On tank, turn. The biggest disadvantage this thing has is its slow speed. It can take quite a bit of time to get up to where you need to go to shoot a tank. Where was those shots coming from? I just saw that guy dead. Well, I wonder if I can just like arc a shot. Nope. No. Well, I'll push this guy because my dudes don't have the armor to deal with that. No, he's running away. Get back here so I can hit you with my big explosive stick. Come on. Turn. my entire team dead? Where'd he go? Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. You don't want to... No, I missed. Oh, well, that's fine. He got... A plane took him out. Pretend I don't exist. My crew's all very injured. Somehow none of them are dead from that. Ah! Yes. Whoop! I'm getting shot from behind. Ah, it's just no big deal. I'm just gonna keep moving. Pretend he doesn't exist. Hello. Excuse me. Could you not shoot me in the butt?
Artillery barrage on its way.
No. Oh, that LVT got wiped. Can't tell if that was artillery or an enemy. What the? Oh. No! Ah, they pinned. I think they pinned my turret. Oh no! Oh yeah, no, they got my turret ring. Okay. Well, if explosives don't work, it's because you're not using enough explosives, so let's try more explosives. Most people set theirs to like a scroll wheel, but I like having kind of like the smoother action of the keybinds to kind of move through my sight distancing control. So I usually have it set to quite fine, so it takes a minute when I'm setting it up. But I mean, slow tank, so it's not like it's gonna get there immediately. Did I just get shot? Or was that an aircraft? I think that was an aircraft. Oh! I think he hit my gun somehow? Oh. Oh, he ammo racked me. I turned to nothing. Okay, I guess we'll bring a Matilda as backup. Get back here, Duck. I got the fire rate to fight you. No! Reverse. Ha! You missed. I'm surprised my 40 mil didn't hit him that I hit him with. Or hurt him at least. Because it did hit. I'm just surprised it didn't do anything. Well, I got dunked on by that duck. But yeah, let's take this for another round. Yeah, as you can see, why I love this thing. It's just so weird. It's quite hard to use, I find, but it's so much fun. Now, hopefully we can get into one more match. That other match was quite long. So, oh, there we go. Oh, perfect map for tight quarters brawling. I guess I'm just gonna attack the C point, and hopefully I can get close enough to actually do something.
Crew positions.
Come on, you slow tank. This thing, it does hold an okay amount of ammo, but the rounds are so big that if you get penned, sometimes you just explode and turn to nothing. I do like the fact that the game, if you have a bad enough ammo rack explosion, sometimes your tank just ceases to exist. What do we got? B1 Turs. Oh no, they're capping the point. I must bayonet charge. I mean, it's kind of my only tactic, but it is a tactic. My chances of survival are low, but hey, it might work. I always drive up with my turret facing this way, so instead of hitting the actual shell, they just hit the side of my barrel, and if they only hit the side of your barrel, you don't ammo rack, but if they hit the round itself, you'll ammo rack, so if you ever play this thing, you gotta be careful about that. I mean, I think it's pretty cheap on the marketplace, relatively speaking, but I wouldn't recommend it as like a vehicle to grind with, even though it is, sorry, B1, even though it is a premium. Blah. It's not gonna hit, but it was close. Closer than I expected. Is there anybody else on the cap? No. Come back here, Stug. I got an anti-building charge for you. Okay, oh well. Maybe I'll be better off just... yeah, I think I'll be best off here. What range is that? Whoa. No. Are you pushing? Push me. Turn. Let me just lob a shell over. No, too far. Come on, tank. Chug. Oops, Stuka. Move. Oh, they're revenge bombing. It would be really funny to try and hit a tank with this, but I don't think it's really possible. Oh. There's a guy over there. Can I hit him? No, outside my range. Yeah, he's gonna go spawn camp. Well, this match seems like it's gonna turn out boring. I don't know what happened to the enemy team, but they ain't doing much. Just gonna leave him to his fate, since it seems like he's pushing their spawns in a B1 turn, no less. Ooh, what range is that?
11 o'clock. Yeah.
Maybe 100 meters? Nope. Get closer. Hi. No! Oh. Finger was already on the trigger. Let's sneak through the lowland. Maybe I'll find some sorry Saab who I can just eviscerate. Some maps are much, much harder to use it on. Like this map is pretty hard. I think Flanders Fields appears with like it seems like it'd be really hard, but actually it's not too bad in this thing. I think this one's the hardest for this tanked. Come on. I assume he's trying to machine gun something that's in existence. Is that an enemy tank using a machine gun? No, that's that dude. What are they? Oh, they're just killing all the trees. Why are you machine gunning me? I'm very stealthy. I'm a very stealthy, like, 40-ton behemoth of a heavy tank. Not that it's really that heavy of a heavy tank, but be very quiet. I'm hunting tanks. Come on. Gotta be somebody. Where did he get shot from? Oh, people are dying on C. Okay, that's gonna be our best bet. It's kind of tight over there. Honestly, if you're faced with this thing, one of your best things you can do is track it. Just track it, because if it's far enough away from you, it can't hit you. And then you can kind of just sit there and pick at it until you can take it out. I do like how War Thunder was like, you know what, this tank needs more armor, so they just slapped as many tracks as possible onto the face of this thing. Come on, enemies, come out and play. I got a gun. And this kind of is the main problem with it. If you can't get close enough, then you can't really do much of anything. Come on, there's gotta be more enemies pushing the C point. When I play the other side, I always just drive to the C point like a lemming. So you'd think more people would do that. Well, I mean, I could probably try and destroy that house. I missed the house. I missed the house. This gun. Oh, I can't believe I just missed the house. Come on. And now people are spawn camping, so the chances of us actually getting a kill are 0. Well, that was kind of boring of a match. Sheesh, I think that's the least. That's probably the worst match I've had in a long time.
Objective achieved.
Well, on that kind of disappointing game there, guys, I think we'll call it here. Let me know if you guys want to see more of the Churchill AVRE or other tanks. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you're not subscribed and you've gotten this far in the video and you enjoy my content, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, like all the other YouTubers say. Yeah, and that's it. Thanks for watching.